slipped in the box to be served before lunch started because they stop at lunchtime because it's lunch. It's 12 o'clock, so the entire, immigration office has to stop. We're talking about like a staff of probably like 200 people because no one has thought of the concept of working in shifts, apparently. Sorry, there is nothing I can do about the connection. I apologize for that. I have no other programs open. I have no idea why. Maybe it's some sort of block. Oh well. Can anyone hear me or see me? Spam boy, thank you. Okay, I don't understand why some people it's working for and some people it's not. I have no idea, but there's really not much I can do from my end other than continue to explain today's saga. Anyway, I'm just going to continue on. Anyway, so, and this is the shitty part about it. Never be a good Samaritan, ever. Never be a good Samaritan. So I'm walking through Ikebukuro Station to get to the train, and I see this middle-aged, smallish black woman trying to figure out how to work the ticket machine. She stops some Japanese person, and she's like, "Excuse me, do you know how to do this?" And I was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll show her how to do it." And so I show her how to use the ticket machine, and it takes a couple of minutes, and I'm like, all right. So anyway, and then I turn around and there's this like Australian couple behind me, and they're like, "Could you show us how to do it too?" And I was like, "Oh, all right, sure." And so I show her how to use the ticket machine thing, and I'm like, "All right, well, we're all done here." I turn around and the now middle-aged, smallish black woman is standing behind me, and she's like, "I'm trying to get to Kamakura. How do I get to Kamakura?" I was like, all right, well, I'm going kind of that way. They'll show you. So I walk up to the platform, and I'm like, do you want to get the next train that's going on this platform? I'm getting on that platform, which is the Saikyo-sen. I put her on the Shonan Shinjuku-sen, and then I get on my train, and of course it stops in Shinjuku. So I have to then transfer trains to the Yamanote, which I then take to Shibuya to get on the Ginza line to go to Gaien-mai. In Gaien-mai, I get the final stamp on the paperwork I need for today. I go back to Shibuya, get back on the Yamanote, go down to Shinagawa, get on the bus, get here, and then I arrive. I'm basically like running up the stairs, and I miss the box before the lunch break starts by like 20 seconds. Literally, like not even a minute. And I'm just like, you know what? God damn it. Exactly, just god damn it. If I had not actually stopped to help any of those people, I'd be done by now. I'd be done. I'd be out of here. I'd be home. Well, I wouldn't be home. I'd be on the bus probably. But instead, I'm gonna be stuck here probably till like 2 or 3. I'm in front of the immigration office, waiting for a lunch break to finish so I can go in and process some of my paperwork. But no, the thing is, like, when you've been here as long as I have, what you normally do is you put blinders on to the rest of the world, and you just have this tunnel vision. You just go like, I am going to work, I am going to work, and you ignore all of that. But for some reason, it just happened to like catch my eye, and then for some reason, and I should know better than this, I interceded and helped the person out. And I mean, I've lived in cities way long enough to know that nothing good comes of helping out strangers. it's like, you know, it's just like there's no possible good thing that's gonna happen for helping other people. You know, I used to know this. You know, good karma. Yeah. Let me cash that in the bank. But it's all right. I mean, but now it's like I have a meeting I was supposed to go to after this in Shibuya, but it looks like I'm gonna be either late for that or not make it at all, which I feel pretty guilty about. And I have moved. I'm in a new place. I am totally moved. Though I moved. Yeah, you get to see my nose hair. That's how great the angle is. But I don't really have anything else to put it on. I don't want to sit on the ground. Anyway, we're here, yeah, at the Tower of Mordor. Anyway, what was I saying? I've gotten everything moved into the new place, but it's just in huge piles of shit. And so it's gonna take me at least a week or so to organize everything and figure out where I want to put stuff, because it's just a huge, just piles and piles of random shit, which sucks. Because I have a lot of work to do, and so it's gonna be like trying to organize stuff while at the same time, you know, doing my like daily life work. So, yeah. Oh dear. Already gone. Anyway, but yeah, so that's basically that's the deal. I'm sitting in front of the immigration office waiting for them to finish lunch so I can go in and process my paperwork, hopefully, and get a visa that will allow me to continue to reside in this wonderful country for another year at least, hopefully 3. We'll see. Manny-san, I'm probably going to make a video at some point about the new house, but it's actually less interesting than other stuff I could make videos about. I've already done like 2 apartment house tour videos, so I don't know how interesting it will be, really. I mean, yeah, I think actually I'm going to turn off guest chat. If you really want to say something, then sign up for the page. Sorry, like, I mean, it's not that hard to register for the website, and it prevents us from having to deal with douchebags. Especially right now, because like actually I'm not in the mood today to deal with retards, given the day I have had thus far. And I'm not sure that's going to get better. The one good thing is I have a comedy show tonight. Actually, I'm not even sure if that's good, because I'm not really feeling pretty funny today. But I have to go to the comedy show tonight and perform there, so sometime after all of this debacle. Wow. Yeah, it's hopefully going to be a good show. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not really entirely sure how funny I'm going to be tonight. Oh, trolls. You are so adorable. Well, the problem is after moving, I don't have the money to do a redecorating Japanese style. I am so broke. They call it Ikoshi Bimbo. Ikoshi Bimbo. Ikoshi means to move. Bimbo means poor. It's also like Keikon Bimbo. There's lots of elements, but it means like after you move, you're basically broke, generally speaking. Sorry. So it's like, yeah, it's not going to be anytime soon that I'll be redecorating. Right now I just have to reorganize, not redecorate. But it'll probably be a month or so before I would even think about doing a house tour video. Because like, there's other videos I want to do. There's so many fucking videos I want to do. By no means am I out of ideas. But I gotta take care of a number of things. One, I still haven't got the internet set up in my house. So I have to use this like stupid piece of Wi-Fi crap, which doesn't even work on my desktop for some stupid reason. And my desktop is being retarded. So after I get everything moved, I have to, I don't know, I think it might be a heating problem, but I don't know. With an N, not an M. Binbo. But it does sound very similar. Cup noodles popular in Japan, yes, but they're far more complicated here than they are at home. Like, a typical cup noodle package will have like 30 different other little packets you have to put in there. It's quite complicated, actually. Yeah, they really screw you here with like moving. I had to pay about $8,000 just to move in. Yeah, wow. Just to move in, and my rent's only about $1,200. But like just the cost of moving in was about $8,000. Holy shit! That's pretty much every cent I have. I kind of had to move out of my old place. The agreement when I moved in was that it was a limited contract. That's why it was actually very cheap for how awesome it was. This place I can stay as long as I like. So. The visa renewal is gonna probably run me total about 120 bucks for everything, all considered. Kate, see, I felt awkward pretty much since the day I was born. Like, I remember coming out of my mom's vag, looking around me like, oh my god, I'm naked. Oh my god, they're all looking at me. Oh my god. So can someone please get me some clothes over here? I'm naked, seriously, people. Spamboy 11222. Go to, I think it's the earl.jp thing. See if I can find it. I'll just Google the Earl. I'm looking for it now. Yep. Alright. Go to the Earl. JP. This is a gourmet sandwich shop owned by one of my good friends and a New Zealander. And I just stopped by his shop yesterday, 2 days ago, to check in on him. He's now got 2 branches, I believe. He set it up himself, and it was funny. I was like in the shop waiting for my sandwich to be made, and he's on the phone like talking. And his Japanese is not that great, actually. Not to be rude, but it's like it's not like awesome. But it's like I'm sure that's part of the charm. He was talking in like half Japanese, half English to the woman on the phone, and it's like, all right, bye. Sorry, my New Zealand accent's terrible. It's like, all right, bye. I'll have it to you now, like in a bit, right? And I'm sure, like, you know, the Japanese woman on the phone thinks that's so awesome and adorable that her sandwich is being made by this, and he is. He's a really cool, you know, New Zealand guy. And they're like foreign sandwiches, like they're like authentic, you know. He uses like really authentic foreign ingredients. So if anything, it's like it works to his advantage rather than if you were a Japanese person. No, it is. I mean, the restaurant business is the same anywhere in the world. And he had to jump through a ton of hoops to open that place. It took him years of preparation after having lived here for like a decade to, you know, get it open. We'll search the Earl Tokyo. What I did. Oh, sorry, you're right. No, the Earl.com. All right, my bad. It's .com. I got it. That's a shop. It's an awesome shop. And Stace 98, every time I bring this up, there's always one person in the room who gets all indignant. I don't really give a crap what your guys' opinion is on socialized medicine or whatnot. I have a card in my pocket, a national health insurance card available to me even though I'm a foreigner. I'm a resident, a legal resident, so I can get the insurance. It covers 70% of my medical and dental. And you know what? Medical and dental here is so cheap to begin with that like I end up like if I had an x-ray, I'd probably end up paying like 20-30 bucks for an x-ray. Like an MRI will run you like, I don't know, 100 bucks. I mean, it's like the system here is much better. That being said, they do have some problems with like hospital overcrowding and overworked doctors. That is, like, to be fair, an issue. But the medical system here has been fantastic. And basically every single Japanese person is insured. I mean, if they want to be. I have found the medical system here to be fantastic. And Japanese dentists just as good as American dentists, at least mine is, you know, in all regards. It's wonderful. So, that's just my experience though. Again, like some people, like whenever I bring this up, someone goes, "No, but Obama and socialized medicine is bad," and I heard on Fox News that that's not good. You know, like I don't know about the U.S. I don't know if it's a good idea. Honestly, I don't give a shit because I don't live in the U.S. It's really not my problem right now. If I move back to the U.S., then I'll have an opinion of some kind. But my experience living in Japan is that it works perfectly. Also, I should point out though, the system works perfectly now, but the country is rapidly aging, so it's going to soon not work very well at all. That's one issue. So like maybe 20 years from now, the system could collapse. But at the moment, you know, with the current number of people in the workforce compared to the number of people elderly and aging and dying, it works just fine. Paradox LC, I have no idea how much it would cost to run an ad on primetime TV in Japan. Sorry, I work in TV, but I have no idea about advertising costs and stuff like that. It would be much cheaper than the US, I imagine, because you reach a much smaller number of people. That's the other thing, it's like I remember like, you know, my mom saying, "Oh, you shouldn't eat raw fish." I'm like, "Mom, like this is like the longest lifespan in the world, usually, not always, but generally speaking, it's definitely for women. It's like one of the longest lifespans in the world. I mean, they're obviously doing something right, you know. I'm probably adding 10 years onto my life just by living here. the thing is, look, Willie, I really don't give a shit, and this is not a discussion of American healthcare system. So anyway, like, just see, because I told you, every time I bring this up, it becomes this, like, you know, and this is not a discussion of American politics, because actually a lot of the people watching are not Americans. You know, like, they don't give a shit either. Hey, Leela. Hello, Carrie Felicity. Welcome to your first show. I'm afraid this will be a very brief show. Well, it will be cut short, at least, because in about 10 minutes, I'm going to go back into the immigration office and try and process my visa, or additional paperwork for my visa. And then maybe in an hour or two, I will come back online if depending on when I finish, and at that point, chat more. But by then, it will probably be like 5 a.m. on the east coast of the U.S., so don't feel the need to stick around. I have no exciting things planned for today. Well, unless, of course, they, like, take me into custody for some reason. Then that might be interesting, but I think they might take away my computer. But I don't think they're gonna. I have a feeling this should go smoothly. Well, it better go smoothly. I don't have a whole lot of backup plans. No, I'm just applying for a visa extension, which if I don't get after 9 years of continuous living and tax paying, I would be pretty pissed off. The only thing I'm afraid of is they're going to say, okay, this looks all in order, okay, but we still need this form. Where is that form? And I'll be like, I don't know, my house maybe? And they're like, yeah, go get that and come back again. That's the worst case scenario. LHO75, whatever. I never moved overseas like that, so I don't really know. I had one bag filled with shit that I was willing to just throw away at a moment's notice. And over the years, I have slowly moved shit over here to the point where, oh my god, I have so much crap. I know because I just moved to a new place, and I filled like trucks, literally trucks with the amount of shit I have. Like the dining room tables, like actually multiple tables, you know, refrigerator, washing machine. Shit, I have a lot of clothes. I had no idea how much clothes I had. Like, it's insane. I really got to start getting rid of some t-shirts. It's insane. I should have just burned out the inside of my house, kind of like they do with forests that get overgrown. But anyway, shipping, you can get, from what I understand, like part of like a one of those big containers. Like, you know, you see at the docks, and they like send it over on that. It takes a long time, but I've heard that's the cheapest way. And you don't get like the whole container; you just rent out a portion of it through like a kind of broker. If you shipped it by like UPS, that would be fucking expensive. If you're shipping stuff like, you know, like furniture and stuff like that. But if you're shipping furniture, that's retarded, because you can probably buy something just as nice here for less than it would cost to ship. So, you know. There's also a thing called a sayonara sale, which is a wonderful thing where basically foreigners leaving the country, container shipping, I guess, but like where foreigners leaving the country, what they do is they put an ad in the newspaper and say, hey, come to my house and take any of my shit you want for free. Because in Japan, when you throw away large things like that, you have to pay a fee to have it removed. So it's cheaper, like a recycling fee. So it's cheaper to just have people take your old shit than it is to throw it away. So you can generally like find refrigerators, beds, shit like that for free. You just have to like, you know, have a car or a truck or some way to move it. Spam boy, simple answer, basically yes. I don't know your situation, and I'm not an advisor on these things, so I can't give you advice. All I can tell you is the wide majority of the people who are over here are either married to a Japanese person or have a degree in something, anything. But that's not necessarily true, because I know people who don't have BAs who are over here, but they're married to somebody, or they're here because they've spent like, you know, 10 years as a carpenter and they got hired to be a carpenter for some company. It's like they know a specific trade that was, oh yeah, and military. Sorry, I'm leaving out military. That's actually the largest single employer of foreigners in Japan, United States military. And a lot of them are civilian contractors, many of whom are not, they were hired, like, you know, to do something, but they don't necessarily have a BA. You know, it doesn't have to be a BA, it could be a BS, whatever, just some type of undergraduate degree. And it has to be pretty much a 4-year degree at that. After the United States military, probably the next biggest occupation is English teaching, and then it breaks off into tons of other little random things. I don't actually, yeah, no, JET might be the second largest, yeah. But I just say English teaching in general, I kind of lump them all together. Although JET is different than the other English schools, obviously. Actually, I just saw someone tweeted earlier. Who was it? I can check. Someone tweeted some article that actually the Japanese government may be ending the JET program. DURF. DURF, I think. DURF or Hikosaimon. I can't find it. I'll look for it and maybe try and retweet it later. I do have to go back inside because I don't want all those other foreigners to get in line ahead of me. I'm sure they already are. Once I put my little form in, maybe I'll try and come back online, but I'll probably just type and not talk because I don't want people inside the building to think I'm insane. Okay? Hopefully I'll be back in a bit. But if nothing else, typing other than talking. Okay, I gotta go. Sorry, folks.